Life story of Justin Trudeau. Justin Trudeau is the Prime Minister of a huge country like Canada at only 43 years old. Father Pierre Trudeau was also the Prime Minister of the country. But not his father's legacy. Young Trudeau has reached the top of politics starting from zero on his own merits. Handsome, affable, the world leader's rise is like that of a hero. Written by Parag Maji. U.S. President's predictions. Year 1972. U.S. President Richard Nixon is on a state visit to Ottawa, Canada. Although Nixon's political relationship with Canadian Prime Minister Pierre Trudeau was not cordial, they met at a state dinner. Prime Minister Pierre Trudeau was joined by his family members at the banquet. The youngest member to attend the banquet is Justin Trudeau. Trudeau was only 4 months old in his mother's arms. But it is the baby in this lap that catches the attention of the U.S. President. Looking at little Trudeau, he suddenly said, "This child will one day be the Prime Minister of Canada." After 43 years, the prediction made in jest came true to the letter. Justin Trudeau is indeed the Prime Minister of Canada. Following in his father's footsteps, Justin Trudeau became the Prime Minister of Canada on November 4, 2015. For the first time in the country's history, a Prime Minister whose father was also the Prime Minister became Prime Minister. Trudeau's Liberal Party formed the government with an absolute majority. The event of this absolute victory was not at all natural. Many believe that the charismatic rise of young Justin Trudeau, the leader of the party, played a major role in bringing the nearly 150-year-old party back to power. Born in a large family at Christmas, Justin Trudeau's life is full of surprises. His life also began on December 25, the main religious festival of Christians. When he was born in 1971, his father, Pierre Trudeau, was Prime Minister. The history of modern Canada is associated with the name of Pierre Trudeau. He is the proponent and founder of Canada's diverse cultural practices. Justin Trudeau was the first child of Pierre Trudeau. His mother's name is Margaret Trudeau. Father Pierre Trudeau died on September 28, 2000. Mother Margaret is still alive. Margaret is also the daughter of a political family. He was born in Vancouver. Margaret's father, James Sinclair, was a Liberal Party MP. He was also the Minister of Fisheries and Marine Affairs. Margaret studied English literature at Simon Fraser University and was also involved in writing, acting, and photography. He has also served as a host on television talk shows. Talmadal family. Justin Trudeau's life has been stormy since birth. Several complications arose in his family, because the family life of her parents was not very smooth, although they married in love. The age gap between the two was huge. When they married in 1971, Pierre Trudeau was 52 and Margaret was just 22. Many may wonder how they married each other for love, despite the age gap of 30 years. Pierre Trudeau had an advantage in this regard. He looked very young for his age. He was also very popular among women. Women fell in love with him easily. And Trudeau did not spare any love. However, he remained unmarried until he took over as Prime Minister in 1968 at the age of 48. He was in love with 19-year-old Margaret at the time. They got married on March 4, 1971, while he was still the Prime Minister. Everything was going well in the beginning. But within a few years, Margaret became very upset with Pierre Trudeau, because Trudeau was so busy with government work and politics at that time that he did not pay any attention to his family. In addition to Justin Trudeau, the couple gave birth to 2 more sons by then. That's the life of Justin Trudeau. Margaret had to take care of the children alone. At this time, Margaret became somewhat depressed. He was also addicted to drugs. He once made headlines for bringing drugs in the Prime Minister's luggage. In this reckless life, he also got involved with U.S. Senator Ted Kennedy. All in all, the Trudeau-Margaret family broke up in 1977. Pierre Trudeau was able to keep his 3 children in a legal battle. A couple of years later, Margaret was dancing in a New York nightclub when news of Trudeau's election defeat arrived. The picture of that dance was also printed big on the front page of the newspaper. because they have not officially separated till then. It finally happened in 1984. Shortly thereafter, Margaret married Ottawa real estate developer Fred Kemper. He gave birth to 2 more children in that family. But in 1998, when Michelle Trudeau, her 3rd child, was killed in an avalanche while skiing on a mountain in Vancouver, Margaret again fell into depression. This depression led to the divorce of his 2nd marriage. Margaret later admitted that she still loved Pierre Trudeau, despite her breakup. He also said that he was suffering from a mental illness called bipolar disorder. After recovering, he worked with various organizations for the prevention of mental illness. She was by her side when her ex-husband Trudeau died in 2000. Youth in Trudeau bound. Trudeau's early life was not a happy one, with his parents in disarray and divorce. With no mother in the family, his life became somewhat chaotic. He often went out with his friends. In an interview after becoming the Prime Minister, he said that he also consumed ganja several times. Even after being elected as an MP from the Liberal Party in 2008, he used cannabis one day. He has no regrets. He never went astray even though his life passed through these family ups and downs. He moved forward with a strong spirit and a spontaneous mind. He completed his studies well. He completed his graduation from McGill University in 1994. Then joined teaching. From 1999 to 2001, he taught mathematics and French at a school. He also taught acting to students. More interestingly, he acted in a Canadian movie. The movie called Great War was about the First World War. In the movie, he played the role of a Canadian hero who was a lawyer and participated in the First World War. The hero was killed in battle and his body was never identified. Little brother's classmate Sophie. Justin Trudeau met his wife Sophie Gregory when he was a child, because Sophie was a classmate of her younger brother Michel Trudeau. In that case, Sophie often traveled to the Trudeau family. After they first met in childhood, their relationship was limited to a hi-hello relationship for a long time. They reconnected a few years after Michel died in an accident in 1998. In an interview with Vogue magazine, they said that Trudeau was the first to receive a message from Sophie. But he did not respond to that message. He was a little afraid of the consequences, but in the end he has to respond. Because he was also a little weak towards Sophie. Sophie told Vogue magazine that on the first day they met, Trudeau told her over the coffee table, "I'm 31. I have been waiting for you for 31 years, Sophie." Sophie said that they were so emotional that day that they both cried like babies. They got engaged in October 2004 and married in May 2005. They are currently parents of 3 children. That's the life of Justin Trudeau. Sophie was born on April 24, 1975. She was a television host while dating Trudeau. His mother was a nurse and his father was a stockbroker. Sophie was born and raised in Montreal. He graduated from the University of Montreal. At the beginning of his career, he was a receptionist cum assistant in an advertising agency. Later, promoted to account manager. But the mind did not last long in that profession. At the age of 3, he joined the media world and started journalism in radio and television. How the Prime Minister became. Trudeau did not succeed his father as Prime Minister or party leader. This kind of culture does not exist in Canada. He has come to this position by proving his qualifications. Despite many slanders in his name by the opposition, the common people of Canada chose Justin Trudeau as their Prime Minister. After the death of his father, Trudeau gradually got involved in politics. In 2008, he was elected MP from Papineau in Montreal. In 2013, he was elected the main leader of the Liberal Party. Earlier in 2011, he was re-elected in the country's national elections from the same area. But the condition of his party was very bad. The party came third after getting only 36 seats in that election. At that time, the team was led by Michael Ignatieff. Michael resigned from the leadership of the party after the election. At that time, many people asked Justin to take the lead, but he did not agree. In 2013, he contested for the post of party leader and was elected chief with overwhelming support. After becoming the head of the party, his party came to power by getting an absolute majority in the 2015 national elections. Justin Trudeau became the Prime Minister of Canada. Seva's party got 184 seats. An absolute majority required 170 seats. Trudeau's positive campaign played a major role in this landslide victory. Even before entering politics, he has been in media discussion in various ways. Apart from this identity as the son of former Prime Minister Pierre Trudeau, he also developed a charismatic identity. In 2008, after just 1 year of joining politics, he had to contest. But in that election he was elected after defeating an influential candidate. Edward Greenspan, editor-in-chief of Canada's influential newspaper Globe and Mail at the time, predicted in his editorial that Justin Trudeau, like several other newly elected MPs, was likely to become Prime Minister in the future. The newspaper made such a prediction about Trudeau, despite its opposition. Representatives of the new generation. Canada's new generation trusts Justin Trudeau. He is the representative of the new generation of the country. He promised, before the election, to legalize marijuana. Opponents laughed.